Hello, everybody. I am Angry Bird. Welcome to the new Steel Division League cast. Today we are looking at... That's the dog in the background. Hopefully it's not annoying. It hasn't annoyed you. Anyway, forget about that. Today we're looking at Division 4. And we have Stanton Warrior on the left. He's playing the Falchion Panther Hermann Göring on Vanguard Income. And Bishop5 on the right playing the 7th Mech on Vanguard Income. Let's have a quick look at the decks. They don't have a lot of time, I think, before the game's due to start. Falchion Panther Hermann Göring, what do we have? Well, we have some, obviously some armoured cars to start with. 74 units of infantry. We've got 29 tanks, Panzer IVs, pretty much all. A few Panzer IIIs. We've got the Jagdpanzers, so we've got, what, 6 Jagdpanzers. They're the kind of heavier tanks, very reliant on Flak 4188s as well. Let's switch over to the Bishop5 on the right in the 7th Mechanized. He's mostly got T-34s, so dealing with those Jagdpanzers could be pretty difficult, but I think he's going to need the SU-85 and the ISUs in the AT tab. Now, he only has 3 ISU 122 S's, and I think they're going to be his best defense against the Jagdpanzers. You possibly could use his aircraft, but I think there's enough Flak 4188s there. The Resveg could come in, and obviously the T-34s could get some shots, but I think it's going to be ISU versus Jagdpanzer. At least that's what it, seems like. So, quick recap on the left-hand side in blue, we have Stanton Warrior playing the Falchion Panther Hermann Göring on Vanguard Income. And on the right-hand side in red, we have Bishop5 playing the 7th Mechanized Corps on Vanguard Income. So actually both players, fairly kind of balanced setup. No player going sort of heavy only in one area, and a couple of Pack 38s coming very far back here for Stanton Warrior. So I think he's worried about a push through here, but I don't think he needs 2 Pack 38 50s there. So perhaps a little bit overkill. Looks like the MG42 is going to engage the 52Ps being dropped off in the open ground. There is a Flak 4188 on the field already, and that thing's got a nice little position on the top of this hill, kind of overlooking this open ground here. Those 52Ps are going to go down to the combined firepower of the bunch. T-34s coming into the south, a couple of them, with some supporting infantry there, all being unloaded by Bishop5. Looks like a couple of Panther 4Gs going into that centre town, along with the T-34-76 as well. For the moment, Stanton Warriors picked up a 13-11. Tanko Thessaloniki pushing forwards though, and equals the 12-12. I think as well that's very nice with the Tanko Thessaloniki coming into this northern forest. They are definitely going to do the job against those Flammenwerfers. It's going to put the flag in the hands of Bishop5, and this flag usually falls in favour of the left-hand side of this map very early on. It's very difficult to defend early on from the right-hand side in red, so I think Stanton Warriors kind of let that one go a little bit, preferring to bulk his kind of more expensive units down south. At least that's what it looks like from our position up above. Pack 3850 coming out to reinforce, as well as another couple of Panzer IVs coming in here now. And we've got 2 in the town. They are just sitting still for the moment. Zenot 37mm coming in for Bishop5 to kind of cover off against any kind of air attack, although I don't quite remember the aircraft from the Falchion Panther Hermann Göring. I don't think they get too many good ones. Let's see whether we can have a quick look at those aircraft. So they do get the Ju-87s, and the Bishop5 does get the PE2s as well. So we do have some possible aircraft coming in. The 37mm will be fine to deal with the Ju-87s on the side of Stanton Warrior. So Su-85 on the field, that thing can definitely deal with the Jagdpanzers, but if I remember right, the Jagdpanzer's not coming until possibly B and C phase. It may have been A and B or B and C. Can't quite remember. I don't really want to switch back to the deck right now. Okay, looks like we've got a southern push here from Bishop5 with the Ognamachikis, supported by the M2A1 half-track, the Strokey and Strokey DPs here as well, with the Avto Komroti leader backing him up. Kind of surprised this Tanko Disaniki hasn't pushed forward as well there. Looks like the Ognos are going to try and get across the open ground. They are going to come up against the HG Pioneer MP44s. This is going to be really interesting. The path they're taking actually is just the right path that those Ognos are going to be just out of line of sight until around about the right distance away. Okay, only one being committed forward now. So Bishop5 is going to test the southern side. Looks like there is a bit of an engagement in the city, but we're going to concentrate on this southern push here from the two Ognamachiki. Okay, the HG Pioneers do start to fire off. I think they did, yeah, they did get the grenade off. Dropping, oh, it's the Ognamachiki that dropped smoke. So the HG Pioneers do get away without losing a man there as well, but it does kind of perhaps suggest to Bishop5 that the southern side, maybe, I guess the first thing he's encountered is a HG Pioneer, so I think actually that should worry him a little bit. And Stanton Warrior is actually picking up 2 flags here that he really shouldn't be at this point in the game. 5 minutes into the game, Bishop should really have control of these 2 flags. So Stanton Warrior is sneaking in at a 13-11 here. Bishop has picked up that southern flag again, but there are a few HG flamethrowers in his way if he does continue to proceed to move up north. Wasn't there could have sworn there was more than one T-34 down south. Must have been wrong about that. Must only have been one, but he is going to cover off the second flag here, so that's actually quite nice from Bishop. He did notice that he was losing these 2 flags for no reason at all, and has moved units to pick them up. Here we've got the engagement in the forest with the HG Flammenwerfers coming in against the Strokey and the Tanko Disanikis. We do have some HG Ersatz trying to make their way to the fight, along with some more reinforcing HG Flammenwerfers, but the 2 in the eastern forest have backed off for now. Ersatz trying to make a run for it over the open ground, but the M2A1 half-track does start opening fire, and the Strokey spotted them before they could get out of that forest, and they are having to retreat here. The Flammenwerfers do go down. Bishop controls that northern forest in here in the southern part of this map now, and the M2A1 actually spots the HG Pioneer as well, and able to open up against that. The Pioneer, yeah, again has to back off here. So I think the battle lines are drawn in this southern side of this map, and it looks like it's going to be a contest of both players kind of pushing back and forth with their relative infantry on foot. That's what it looks like for the moment. Pack 3850, what is that spotted? Ooh, takes out a half-track up north. I was wondering for a moment whether it was going to be the Avto Komroti, but not quite. And now, actually, a half-track down south. Looks like it has used all of the APCR shells, so you don't want that thing firing APCR at half-track, so would have been better to have those shells turned off. SPW233's coming in here. 4 of them in a row. HG Pioneer looked like they tried to push back in up north. Tanko Disanikis have been dispatched, but the M2A1 and the T-34 is going to be enough to hold that flag for now. Could do with like a Panzerschreck coming in there up north. I'm not sure whether he actually has one of those in his deck. Stanton Warrior does bring out the first Jagdpanzer onto the game, so he did have 2 in A. I believe it's 2 in A and 4 in B. A couple of motorcycles on the field now. They're going to start firing off against the Pack 3850. We'll see what kind of damage they do. I don't think they're going to be a vast amount of damage done against these. I think I was discussing this in a previous game. Mortars, the damage they do against kind of non-infantry units, not quite great. There was a shot there taken by something. I think it was one of the T-34s that saw a SPW-233 poking forwards. They've backed off. I think both players are kind of building up their own forces. Bishop's got the 1311. I think it's thanks to the northern... No, it's actually this flag down here. So he is holding the 1311 for now. Will that continue? Panther 4H moving down south, pushing forwards. There is a Resvedka here, so Bishop could get away with a... oh, and it has its infantry weapons deactivated. So it's only going to use that bazooka. Bishop definitely trying to pick up a tank kill. Will he be able to do it, though? Will he get spotted? Will the MG42 get into action? Will that pick off the Resvedka before they get the bazooka kill? That's one of the questions for us down south. Looks like Stroke is going to engage in some fire building to forest there. SPW233 looks like another shot's been taken against that thing. May have been the earlier one. Yeah, the mortar's still trying to fire off against... No, actually the MG42 this time. And just 5 shells remaining on that, so 3 volleys inside those mortar half-tracks. Looks like Stanton is going to counter with some of his own 81mm mortars, so I wonder whether that is a direct counter, and he's going to use that to try and hit the Bishop's mortars. It looks like a second Jagdpanzer coming down south as well, so that's both A-phase Jagdpanzers onto the field. I believe it's 2 and then 4 in B-phase. So it'll be interesting to see. We do have an ISU-122S on the field as well, and an SU-85 down south, so it's really up to the SUs and the ISUs to do the job at taking out those Jagdpanzers. I think both players are definitely more interested in building up their own lines rather than kind of pushing forwards an attack at this point in time. The 250/10 does spot one of the Ognamachiki hiding in the light forest and starts engaging with the Pak 35-36. Ooh, looks like the Panther 4H moving forwards now, as well as the 251/7. Stanton Warrior making a push in the south. Will that Resvedka come into play? And looks like a centre push as well here with the SPW-233s moving forwards, being countered by the T-34s. It's exciting to trying to keep my eyes on both of these plays here right now. Urzat's pushing forwards. The bazooka surely going to fire. No, I don't think it did actually against that Urzat's troop, and I think he managed to get all the way through. Nice kill against the M2A1 there from the Panther 4H. Now going to be able to fire down the road. Oh, the Resvedka was spotted. The Resvedka was spotted, and it is going to go down. Didn't manage to get a kill with that Resvedka. And also, the Panther 4H should be able to kill the M42 gun at very long distance. Urzat's trooper may be able to even get into close-range infantry battle. Let's just check back up and look at the T-34s. There is a Flak 41 in here. It takes a shot at the T-34-76 loader wounded, gets away with it for now, and it is pinned down, so it's likely to go down to the remaining units in here. T-34s all racing to try and take down that Flak 41 88mm. What is going to happen here? A hell of a lot of tanks all in close proximity. Surrender onto the Flak 41. 233 goes down. I think the Panther 4 and the Panther 4Gs are going to get overwhelmed by their T-34s roaming through, and there's no infantry AT weaponry up here, so the T-34s just are not going to come under any close-range infantry fire, but they are moving, they're not stopping still, so the accuracy, they're actually moving past the guns, so now there's going to be some rear shots from these Panther 4Gs. 2 of those T-34s goes down. It's going to be 2-on-2, armor crack onto the other one. T-34-76, 2 versus 1 against 1 Panther 4G. Stanton Warrior's trying to get his Panther 4G out of here, but I think it's going to go down. Some 2 reinforcing T-34s from Bishop, and Bishop is going to get away with this assault in the centre ground, and the T-34s are going to win this engagement for now. Some more reinforcing Panzer 4Gs on the way, but can Bishop 5 count, you know, capitalize on this tank engagement in the center of this map? Can Stanton Warrior capitalize on his southern flank with the infantry? The Jagdpanzer pushing forwards now, and that Panzer IV-H. Ju-87D5 coming in with the cluster planes. Will he get 2 kills here? Yes, nice job from Stanton Warrior with the Ju-87D5. The Xenauts, enough to turn it back. Oh, and the Flak 4188mm from the hill dispatches another T-34-76. 3 of them go down in a matter of seconds. The Ju-87 was not able to make it back to friendly lines. Well, make it back alive to friendly lines anyway. Was shot down by those Xenaut 37mm. Strelke racing in with the Studebaker trucks. Will they get taken down though? They need to unload. Possibly, actually, if they're all used en masse, could take down this group of HG Ersatztruppen up in the northern part of this centre town. This could be a very nice little push through from Bishop, but Stanton's racing in Ersatztruppen to try and hold back the tide of the Russian assault here in the centre town. T-34 snapshot against the Panzer IV-J. He did actually get the hit there. Panzer IV-J replies. Nice hit into the side armor, but doesn't get the kill. Oh, surely it's going to be a kill this time though. Yes, it is. T-34-76 misses its second shot. The Panzer IV-J picks it off with its reply. Panzer IV-H going down here. I think possibly to the... It's got to have been to the Su-76 MPT in that light forest there. Wow, I think both players, after a build-up of forces early on into this game, really unleashing hell right now. T-34-76 goes down, close range to a Jagdpanzer 4. Stanton Warrior's got to be very careful using his Jagdpanzers in such close range to infantry action, but against the AT rifles, they'll certainly be fine. It's the Rizvedkas and the just the standard Strelke units that you got to be worried with those RPG grenades. Su-76 MPT. Oh, it will go down to the SDK, I've said, 251/7 with the Panzerbücher 41 on the back. Will it be able to take down the second one? Perhaps it will. May get a side shot. No, the Su-76 does turn. Bailed out and a good jab. Oh my days. Both of these units take each other out, or effectively take each other out. SVT coming into action, but will that go down in the transport? Needs to unload all just in time. And I think the SVTs are going to be able to match up to the Pioneer. Oh no, actually, Pioneer Führer. Yep, satchel charge thrown, and the SVT are going to go down there. So these units being pushed in are being picked off. KV-1S Komrotti coming in for now, and there's nothing really that's going to take that out. There is enough infantry up sort of in the northern picture as we are on screen right now, I think, to hold off this attack by Stanton Warrior in the south. Looks like he's just about managed to get enough reinforcements and those Panzer IVs in to counter the attack from Bishop in the centre as well. So all the T-34s have gone down. The 81mm mortars are raining down fire on top of the Strelke infantry. Got to be careful that he doesn't mortar his own men now though, as the HG Ersatztruppen start to push forwards. Is this a perfectly timed assault here? The building's being taken down, and are the definitely not perfectly timed assault. Mortars his own half track, which then surrenders immediately to the Strelke, but the HG Ersatztruppen do push forwards to try and occupy these kind of destroyed buildings. Open fire on the Strelke DPs. The Tanko Desaniki, where were they? They stopped firing onto the I think that was onto the half track there. Something took a pot shot as well. I don't know. I think it was the Flak 4188mm took a shot at the Tanko Desanikis from the ridge. Strelke SVT's being pushed back. It looks like Stanton Warrior's doing a good job in the southern side of holding on here. P40N comes in. Not quite sure exactly why that unit came in. Perhaps he was looking to strafe something down, but yeah. Interesting. ISU 122. Maybe it's to defend against a possible Ju-87 attack, but nothing coming through right now. ISU 122 It is defending this central road, but he needs something to take out the Jagdpanzer. M42 gun is caught up close with the HG Erzatstruppen and the Pioneers pushing forwards in the forest. Maxim not going to be able to defend against 3 infantry units, and I think Stanton Warrior is pushing forwards a successful southern assault. Pack 40 does unload, and he needs to push forward his Pack 38s as well. They are very far behind the lines now, and could do with pushing up on foot to try and support this assault. P40N forced back by the Flak 4188, and Stanton Warrior has got a number of Panzer IV Gs in here now. So I think his assault in the south has successfully killed enough units. Bishop is definitely, struggling to reinforce. I think his units are getting picked off much more successfully than Stanton Warriors are. At least that's what it must be, because certainly it looks like Stanton Warrior has the upper hand in terms of units in here now. I do like the choice of HG Panzergren with the Faust coming in here. Actually, Jagdpanzer IV though coming up the side. Surely we'll get the kill on the T-34-76. Hits the first shot, second shot, bound to get the kill here. Takes a while to reload, but does so. Takes a lot of pressure off this northern side. Bishop needs to unload these Tanko Thessaloniki's, get his infantry in the forest, because I think if he can do that, he might just be able to hang on by the thread, but those Tankos are going to go down in the forest to the second Jagdpanzer shot. Yeah, and the northern side is going to get taken by Stanton Warrior, and it looks like the southern side is going to get taken as well. Double ME109 G6 coming in, although actually Bishop fighting back in the south with a push from the T-34-76 KV-1S Komrotti, supported by 2-strokey SVT squads. He is going to take down the Pioneer Führer as well in the south, and actually he's going to pick up a flag here, surely. Pack 40's gone down as well. It's really just the ME109 G6 keeping him in here. Has lost this flag further back, but Bishop will be able to pick that one up successfully. Su-76 MPT has been gun jammed as well. Stanton Warrior's got a 15-9 for now, 16-8 even, 13 minutes left on the clock. Can he hold on? He's got a pretty strong presence in this centre town. Can he do it? Panzer IV Js have pushed forwards. 52Ps are trying to engage, but yeah, they aren't anti-tank weapons, so they aren't really going to be able to do the job. Bishop's going to have to rely on these T-34-76s, but against Panzer IV Gs, I think the 76s are going to come worse off. Especially if they engage one at a time, which it looks like is happening, whereas Bishop's got his 3 moving up successfully together. I don't like Bishop's 5 positioning at the moment. That centre positioning looks in trouble. Looks very much in trouble. Needs a stronger tank in here. Oh, and the north as well. A lot of units pushing forward in force for Stanton Warrior up north. T-34 still survive for now. Su-76 MPT coming in here as well. Strokey DP taking hits from those Panzer IV Gs. But yeah, strong push up north from Stanton Warrior, 16-8. Countering the pushback in the south from Bishop. And he's still holding this centre flag, which really doesn't have a right to hold. And the ME109s are still flying overhead, although strafing nothing right now. Strafing absolutely nothing. Lost sight of the infantry units and not really getting any shots on targets. Both of those T-34s have gone down now. The ISU is a good unit to counter here, but it is getting a bit closer than I'd like it to. And it would have been better to come up this road and kind of sit back here so it can engage at much longer range. One of those Panzer IV Js was picked off there. I think it was actually the Strokey DP with the PTRD rifle that took a side shot into that Panzer IV J, and Stanton Warrior is backing off with his Panzer IVs. M42 gun into the side as well, does get a crew panic. I'm not sure whether that was a Jagdpanzer shot. Something took out the infantry up north. Strokey DPs have rushed through up north to try and counter, but nothing's going to be able to hit this Jagdpanzer. The AT rifle should be able to destroy the half tracks. But yeah, he is outnumbered in terms of infantry and nothing really to destroy that Jagdpanzer, at least for now. T-34 might be able to get a close range shot and a close range kill, but he's dicing with the devil if he's going to go in close range, because it's probably 50-50 and the Jagdpanzer still will have the upper hand. So yeah, the Strokies go down anyway and it doesn't matter. Stanton's going to hold on to that position, and I really would love to see that Jagdpanzer come into kind of this kind of position and really start to cut off any resupplying units. He could push forward with his Flammenwerfers as well, try and pick up this flag here, perhaps get one of them into the forest, push it forward on foot, and he probably would pick up this flag as well. HG Gren's going in to reinforce, so Stanton Warrior definitely has the upper hand here. 10 minutes left on the clock, and you have to feel like Stanton Warrior is in the position to push through for the victory right now. He has now moved his Pack 38s forward, so that's quite a nice move, although could have done with doing that earlier, because they are kind of almost on the front line now. Half tracks pushing forwards. I think some of them may well go down to the Strokey. Not quite in position to take a grenade shot at those half tracks, so actually I think the Strokey are going to go down first, and yeah, Stanton Warrior is going to push through successfully there. Probably pick up another flag as well. It's going to be a 16-8 any minute now, I'm sure. IS-122 now finally gets into the fight, although it's actually against the infantry. Needs to move a bit further up north to really counter those Panzer IV-Gs. Ooh, Avto Komroti rushing in, trying to get into a position to fight back. Looks like one of the T-34s has gone down because there's two more coming in. But the HG Panzergrens with those fouls should be able to deal with the T-34s, and Stanton Warrior is backing off with that Jagdpanzer, trying to make sure his Jagdpanzer survives. A KV-1S Komroti coming in here now as well after Komroti goes down, but actually two successful kills onto the Panzergrens in those vehicles, so dispatches two squads quite easily. After Machiki, ooh, needs to unload these in this position here so they can push through, because they're going to get taken out otherwise, and you don't want to lose those after Machikis in the transports. Okay, I think, yeah, he has noticed, at least unloaded both of those. After Machikis needs to push forward though, because they're under fire and they can't quite return fire yet. Yeah, quite a few men being destroyed. I think he's going to be successful. Wow, those Panzergrens really didn't lose many men, did they? After Machiki's racing back into that forest, trying to destroy the Panzergrens. Wow, I'm kind of surprised those HG Panzergrens have got away with it. I think Bishop's playing it well. Pushing forwards with those after Machikis, holding his T-34-76s back for now. Could do with a nice, like, pincer maneuver with the T-34s. One coming down here, one going up there to try and get the side shot onto the Jagdpanzer, but the after Machikis weren't able to successfully get the Panzergren kills, and Bishop won't be able to push forward in that position for at least a little while. Yeah, he's 16-8 down, 7 minutes left on the clock. He's under pressure down south, and it's not looking good for him right now. ISU still in the centre though. Panzer IV-Js have backed off. Looks like one of them has gone down. Bishop, yeah, okay, I was about to say, he needs to move forward to try and pick up this flag, because he can do so with those T-34s. Ooh, Flak 41 is coming under a lot of fire, but it did take out the ISU there. So it was a nice kill from that Flak 41 gun, but it should go down this time. And look at that, Stanton pushing forwards with his Panzer IV-Gs now as well to try and counter those T-34-76ers. Ooh, the T-34s have switched fire though, have they? Because the Flak 41's got pinned down. Panzer IV-G's coming in here now, trying to take shots at those T-34s. Yeah, takes one of them down. Come on, surely that Flak 41 will go down. P-40N going to come in, try and strafe down that HG Pioneer. Can do that because the Flak 41's pinned down. Ooh, second T-34 dispatched by the Panzer IV-G, and the kind of pincer maneuver from the Panzer IVs north and south. I think one of them actually went down there. Two of them went down. So the Panzer IV Gs did die there, but the T-34s also were dispatched. Ooh. HG Pioneer goes down, but I would have liked the P40 to switch fire because it could have strafed down that Flak 41 there and got the finishing kill. Missed opportunity for Bishop5. Stanton Warrior still has the 15-9, 5 minutes 30 left on the clock. ISU not in the best position. These things want to fight at long range. You know, it'd be much better position to be back here than kind of fighting here, because Panzer IV Gs with that 35mm of penetration with that 75mm gun can still penetrate the ISU at close range. So you don't want to fight them at close range. Up to the north, looks like a big flank from the KV-1S Komrotti coming all the way around the north. One of the Panzergrens has gone down. Shocky SVT's coming in here as well. And Stanton Warrior needs to be careful here because he could well lose this position in the north, and he's going to at least lose one flag. Pressure's going to come on to the other two. HG Panzergrens with the Faust does start to back off. He may well be able to get the Faust shot onto the KV-1S Komrotti, and the Jagdpanzer, the big boy around here now. I think one of the T-34s has gone down, so yeah, did engage mano a mano with that Jagdpanzer. Faust is coming back here. The KV-1S pushing forwards. Will that Faust get the kill? That is the question right now. KV-1S has spotted it. 4 men. Stanton's going for the kill though, surely. No, I don't think he was. No, he's trying to retreat into the forest. Gets alive, 1 man alive. Will he switch to coming up to the edge of this forest and try and get the Panzer Faust kill? Bishop, no! Don't move so far close. He's putting himself in a right difficult position right now. I think he desperately wants that flag. He's 18-6 down, so I can kind of understand it because he was less than 2 minutes left on the clock. All that Panzergren has to do is move further up north, and the Faust will get the kill. Looks like the SDK said 251 went down to the T-34-76 Jagdpanzer, backing away there. You know, protect the lead. That's what Stanton Warrior is trying to do. 16-8 right now. 3 minutes left on the clock for Bishop Warrior to try and come back here, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. It's going to be a mighty fine victory if he does manage to do it. I don't think he is though. I mean, look at the units back here protecting these 2 flags. There are a hell of a lot of units to go through. Jagdpanzer 4 trying to move north, trying to counter the KV-1S Komrotti. Really surprised Stanton Warrior hasn't pushed forward that Panzerfaust. Try and pick up the KV-1S kill. I mean, that would be a very nice kill with that Panzergren. Definitely would be worth it, and I think overall he's definitely lost that northern position, so yeah, I definitely think it would be worth it going for that kill. Panzer IV H's take care of the gun-jammed Su-76 MPT. That thing's been there for a long time. They are fast moving down the road, or going to engage the T-34-76s now. 3 against 2. They're all going to get the kill for sure. They're going to pick the other kill up as well. Well, shoot to kill, yeah, shoot to kill, of course, but they missed 3 shots in a row. Finally we get a aircraft, a bomber from Bishop5, the PE-2, trying to hit the Marder. Decent choice there because the Marder is open topped, so it does take a hell of a lot of damage from those bombs. Panzer IV H is trying to turn their hull to face off the final T-34. One of them goes down, but 2 against 1. They should take out that T-34. Yep, there it goes. Stanton Warrior 17-7 now. 1 minute 40 left on the clock. We'll pick up the victory. T-34 going down in the center field as well, and I believe somewhere in here, yeah, here it is, the ISU. Obviously dispatched as well. Oh, that was the Flak 41 earlier on in this game. Wow, kind of surprised this mortar half-track still alive. Still alive. Looks like the Panzerfaust went down, but so did the KV-1S Komrotti, and the Jagdpanzer. Yeah, nothing to kill it. Nothing that can kill it, especially if it stays out here in the open on this hill. Nothing to kill it right now. 51 seconds on the clock. Stanton Warrior's going to pick up the victory. Congratulations to him. Commiserations to Bishop5. I think one of the interesting things coming down to a lower division than the kind of Division 1 and 2 that we normally cover was the kind of the time it took for the match to get going. It was like both players kind of committed to building up their own forces before they really wanted to push forward and attack, which was very interesting because Division 1, especially Division 1, as soon as the game kicks off, as soon as both sides make it to the 50-50 line, both players are in on it, then they're making an attack immediately. Whereas in this game, kind of both players kind of got to a sort of 50-50 point and then stayed there for like 5 to 10 minutes while they built up their forces, and then almost simultaneously both of them attacked. Stanton Warrior initially in the south and Bishop5 initially in the centre, almost at exactly the same point. They both made an attack, and Stanton Warrior was able to push forward successfully in the south, and he was able to counter the push from Bishop5 in the centre, and ultimately got away with victory. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting there. So congratulations to Stanton Warrior. Does get the victory. 2,800 kills to 2,400 losses. Commiserations to Bishop5. Let me know your thoughts down below. Covering a lower division match, I think it was nice to come down and, you know, give some of the players a little bit newer to the game, probably haven't been playing as long, or probably just a lot more casual players, kind of giving them a view, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let's just look at the kills for Stanton Warrior. Make sure we get the right page. See whether we get anything impressive. I did like the double Ju-87 D5 kill. Don't think it quite pays it. I think it just actually pays itself off, taking out 2 T-34-76. I think they're like 55 points. I'm not 100% sure, and I think the JUs are like 90 points. So I think it just pays itself off. With the double kill there. Oh, look at this Marder 1 getting an Su-85 and a ISU. Wow, nice job and a T-34-76. Man, Mitza in that Marder 1. Give that man a medal. Nice job there. Nice job. Jagdpanzer 4-esh. This was the guy up north, and yeah, he really held that northern flank for, well, as soon as he got brought in and was in that position, yeah, just held that northern flank strong. And we did comment at the start when we looked at the decks that taking out those Jagdpanzers was going to be pretty key for Bishop5, and I think he really struggled with that. I think he did struggle with taking out those Jagdpanzers. He did also struggle with the Panzer IV engagements against the T-34s, and yeah, those T-34s really didn't seem to do the job today. So I'm not sure whether that was positioning, whether that was just unfortunate for Bishop5, whether Stanton Warrior was on the end of receiving a little bit more luck today, or whether it was just super pure tactics that gave him the win. But it did seem like Bishop5 came off a lot worse than I would normally expect in the kind of T-34-76 Panzer IV battles that we have on this channel. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. And definitely don't the dog in the background, definitely I don't want to see any negative comments towards players that we feature, especially newer or less experienced or more casual players. If I do see that, then you know you're not going to be able to see further casts. I'm just going to mute you in the comments at least, so please don't do that. I think the community is pretty good, especially, I would say, there's times when in SD2, there are some members of the community, Bob the Builder, mentioning no names, there are some members of the community that are just toxic. But I think the community that generally watches these YouTube videos, you know, that I do, that Rangru and Khan do, that Vulcan does, that El Bowser does, that Tiger does now and then, that other casts, Times Collision does, other casters, Protozocco, although he's no longer casting. There are the guys that basically watch these videos on YouTube. I think you're all a pretty decent members of the community, and I know we all want play to get better, so it'd be much better at focusing on trying to make improvements than kind of ragging on players. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm saying this. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's my standard finish to the video, is just ramble on for about 20 minutes. Thanks very much for watching. I've got to go feed the dog, and I'll see you next time.